Good evening, my friends. I hope you're having a wonderful week and you're not looking too disappointed, or you're not too disappointed about going back to work tomorrow. Now, I'm talking to the majority of people. I must admit, everyone seems to be flying out at June. That used to always be my picky month in June, and it still is. Because if you're watching this, I'm now flying towards Cyprus. Fingers crossed it was all a safe landing and the sun's out and we're enjoying ourselves. Well, I must admit, we've been enjoying ourselves for weeks here in the UK because the weather has been unbelievable. You can't complain. The rains come, you can't complain. Thunderstorms come, you can't. It's been magnificent, and we're used to the rains and thunderstorms, but we're not used to the heat for so long. And we've got July, August yet to come. You never know, but it could be a really, really nasty winter because of climate change, also they're telling us. And I must admit, it's been fantastic, and I think you'll all agree. Everyone's been enjoying the football, everyone's been enjoying the weather. You can't knock it, you really, really can't. It's been magnificent. So I'm off to sunny Cyprus, and when you look all around the world, they're all having terrible weather. There's floods, rains, dear me, it really is going beyond a joke, isn't it? Anyway, wherever you're going, whatever you're doing, I'm hoping that you are taking a nice break and relaxing very soon, if not in June already. But many of us, the people I'm talking to, they're all going away to different parts of the world. The sun it up, but people are thinking, sun it up? We've got the best weather here at the moment, and we have. Anyway, football, what's it been like where you are? What's it been like in your league? Loads of REFspect, no problems whatsoever. Friendly games, tournaments friendly, some leagues friendly. Well, it has to be. It really has to be. mal@untexttheline.com if you've got any news for me. I'll still no doubt pick it all up, the messages, what's coming to me. Even though I'm in Cyprus, you've got to relax, and relaxing to me is getting the laptop out. People are always on the phones anyway, aren't they, on holiday, whatever. They're never out of their hands now or out of the pocket. You're lost, totally lost. Part of your life having a phone with you, and it's just the same as having a laptop. I want to catch up because the tournaments, I've got to try and catch up on the tournament because people wanting to pay, people wanting to join it. And you can't just sort of ignore them. Yeah, you could say, well, didn't you get someone else to run it? I have got someone else, but when the organisation stops, my side, they take over on their side, see, and do all the formats, do the fixtures. Well, I can walk around and do my little bit about no harassing our referees. So it'll be loads of REFspect, loads of no ref, no game parts. You'll see us, you'll hear us, you'll be talking to us. We want to keep the tournament so friendly, it's just unreal. That's the way we want to take it. We need a massive tournament, and we're celebrating our 20th anniversary, so that's why we're putting this tournament on as part of Don't Cross the Line celebrations. We want to try and bring something special to the teams in the tournament. I know there's loads of tournaments out there. It will be sanctioned by the FA, by the way, because obviously for the work that we do, and we want to try and bring in more awareness towards our referees. We all know about the referees, don't we? No ref, no game. Please look after them, keep them in the game. We don't want to lose referees. And I think towards the end of last season, coming into this season now with the summer leagues and what have you, I think it's been brilliant. I think it's been rather mild, and there's that many young referees wanting to go on the courses, especially our two young commentators here who are really eager to get on the courses because they want the pennies. No, not just that, they've listened. They've taken it all in, and it's interested them. They've stayed so long with us. Honestly, it's just been unbelievable, and they've listened and they've learned about what they're expecting when they go out there on the field of play. It's not going into the lines then, they know all about it. They're on board. The young ambassadors, our commentators, they are young ambassadors for the Don't Cross the Line, the REFspect programme. No ref, no game. We need to get these kids on board. They understand what's going on. If the kids are understanding what's going on with irate adults, then that tells you we all must do something about it. But they're picking up the whistles, yes they are, and they're doing their courses. They want to get involved as quickly as they can, and we're chasing up for the next referee course. There's a few referees coming to me, and I just passed them on to the local county FA. Yes, why not? Because there's that many interested, and when referees' fees are going up, no wonder we've got more kids. The paper rounds have gone now, haven't they? We were talking about that with Pete from North Liverpool's EFL. We all had paper rounds, we all used to go out and about and earn our money, but refereeing now is a lot more money than paper rounds, I assure you. I think we're getting 10 pence a paper or something like that, if that. Honestly, it just doesn't make sense when the Liverpool Echo, you've got a lot to answer for, and people will all delivering them round the doors. But it's all different now, it's all online, isn't it? You know, when people are reading more papers online and, you know, and getting these stories up on TikTok and everything that's out about social media now. Yes, it doesn't make sense, does it? It really doesn't. Anyway, I want to, excuse me, say a massive thank you to our sponsors in a minute, who are putting their money on our leagues for the tournament as well, because we need to bring in, we want to get good trophies for all the teams, and we want to get them all a participation medal. And don't forget, on the back of that is also for our Heart of Gold initiatives, where we're trying to improve the lives of kids with mental health issues, and if it's an issue, well, it must be, you know, it's we need to help the kids out if we possibly can, and also disadvantaged children as well. And this is why we're doing our little climb on the Yorkshire Three Peaks. We're going to try and get up them, down them within 12 hours. And I know it can be done. I know there's a lot more fitter people in there, but when we tackled the National Three Peaks with our Heart of Gold initiatives, we really trained. I trained for 12 solid months. We all done it, we all completed it, but do you know what? We were shattered. Haven't trained that much this time, so hopefully, I know it's going to be hard. It's like a marathon, up and down, up and down. It's a marathon in the 12 hours. Can we do it? What's going to be hard is the going up. The coming down is going to be probably relaxing. It's what we need, but we've got to pace ourselves, we've got to time ourselves, we don't want to kill ourselves. We just need to make sure that we can do it. And if you want to help us out, please come on our GoFundMe page, look for the Heart of Gold initiatives. Honestly, it really does go a long, long way. And we've got lovely certificates to give out our Heart of Gold initiatives for people who have been helping out within the community and doing brilliant things. We want to thank them, we want to give them awards, and that's what we want to try and do. And that is why we're opening up this funding, and then we're going to be doing that, you know, coming along, nice award, nice certificate, because you're working in the community and we're working in the community, and many others are as well, and they don't get recognised, but we'll make sure that you do. And honestly, the Heart of Gold certificates are absolutely fantastic. You will enjoy them. So write into us, mal@untexttheline.com, if you think someone deserves it. And obviously, if you can help us out with our fundraising, if you want to come along and try and compete and do the 12-hour little stint, as they say, we're staying over, we're going on the 3 days just to get in there, get used to it, and get ourselves motivated for it. And we're coming home on the Friday, and then the next week we have the tournament, which is on the 26th, 27th, 28th of August, and we're saying the 28th of August at the moment. That's open. We're looking to put a different tournament on there, so keep your eyes and ears open on that one. We're just filling the 26th, 27th with the Saturday, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s. They're on the Saturday, the 11s and 12s are on the Sunday, and we're getting them out the way, and then we may do a lower level on the Mondays and get them out the way as well, maybe 8s, 9s, 10s, see how things go, and 7s if we get enough interest on them. But it's a bank holiday weekend. We know a lot of kids go away, and we've been filling in spaces. If teams think that their kids are going to be away, they're affiliated, because the following week after that one, then the league starts, or the majority of league starts, all the kids are back in school, so not many will be away on that one. They'll always just say, you know, let's stay here for the weekend, get you all in a tournament, and then we can all celebrate winning the tournament, if so be it, you know. And we're looking to see what we've got. The idea is mal@untexttheline.com. Now the tournament will be held at Jeffrey Humble, and we'll be kicking off around about 9 o'clock. We've had loads of interest now. The 11s and 12s are really picking up, and because we want to make it a better tournament than most, and we can do because we've had 40 odd years of experience within grassroots football, and we know what teams want, we really do, and obviously they've got to give back, and what they're giving back is the REFspect on and off the field of play. And yes, respect goes both ways, and it will go both ways. But what we might introduce, and I think a lot of coaches will like this one, we might introduce blatant, as you say, time wasting, where the ball's going out of play and no one's getting it, and throw-ins, things like that. If it's looked to be blatant time wasting, then we'll do something about it. So I'm sure all the coaches will welcome what we've got planned. There's nothing wrong with time wasting. If your kids have got the ball and they're passing it round and the opposition cannot get that ball off you, that's that's football, that's what it's all about. Not letting the ball go out of play and not retrieving it and shrugging your shoulders, wasting time, goalkeepers letting it go behind, walking after it. You know, they're all kids, should be jogging after it. At those ages, if you want to time waste and wait till you get into the Premier League and then do it your own way then, or the amateur football as adults, but not as kids. Kids need to develop skills. Kids need to learn what the football is all about. They don't need to learn about cheating, diving, falling over, wasting time. If that's football, then we all should be out of it, shouldn't we? We really, really should. Shouldn't be coaching if you're coaching kids to do that, because that to me is blatant wanting to win for a coach, not for the kids, because kids will run after a ball to try and retrieve it back. As they get 16, 17, 18 years of age, yeah, they're adults, they're close to it, they do what they want, we can't do anything about that. Kids want to play the game and want to get that ball back on the pitch as quickly as possible. You note that. But when you're looking in grassroots football, the referee's only got a certain amount of time before the next team comes on. So those tactics can work, and that's what we'll be looking into. We won't have any blatant time wasting, and we'll cut it down, as a tournament should do. I think everyone should, and if anyone putting tournaments on, why don't you follow suit? I think it's great. You want to keep the game flowing, you want to keep the action going, you want to enjoy the football, you don't want time wasting, the ball being out, kids falling over and this telling them to stay down. We don't want that. No, not in this world, not anymore, not in grassroots football. Your thoughts on that? Marathons@theline.com. I'd love to hear. We can answer back, and we will do. We'll get in touch with you. And the season, as I say, is slowly but surely coming up on us. The committees are taking a little break. Well done to all the committees. It's worked hard, but they're all planning again what they can do for next season. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of changes, what they're introducing. We know the FA are introducing more caps on their unsporting behaviour, shall we say. So let's see how that works out. Is it more towards the amateurs? Is it more towards grassroots football? Well, let's just hope we can all work it together, because it's a kids' game. We shouldn't have to introduce things like this. We should just get on there, shake hands, all the teams, get on. The best team wins, or the best team draws, or loses. Well, the best team doesn't lose. But what I'm trying to say is, it's a game, it's a development game. The kids are learning, they want to learn if they're going to make it into the Premier League. We can help them, we can encourage them, and we can get going. If you're supporting them, we're supporting them. That's what it's all about. And you'll see us all around these grounds, on the touchlines with our volunteers, and watching how the sidelines are acting when they're watching their kids. And the way the managers, the coaches are all acting towards the referees, even the irate parents, spectators. We want that cutting out. We want that cutting down. We need everyone to come on board and be as one. Be a team player. That's what we tell our kids. That's what these coaches tell the kids. Be a team player. Be sported. No, as a coach, there's a majority of some coaches out there who have a philosophy of saying that they stand on the touchline and just let the kids play, and they'll develop the skills themselves. Well, I don't know, without encouragement, without being, even in school, imagine putting a maths lesson on and there you go, learn yourselves. We won't get involved as a teacher today. There's all the stuff on the board, try and think of it and work it out yourself, and I'll see you in about 2 hours time. I think you know where I'm coming from. We all should work together as coaches, as parents, as grandparents, as carers, to bring the kids enjoyment. We all had that when we were kids. We didn't have the facilities that the kids have got now, not in a million years. Everyone wants to play football, that's why there's a lot more girls teams, because of the facilities, because of the coaches, because of the people wanting to take part and encourage these kids to play. And we've got that more. There's many philosophies, isn't there? You know, what's going to make our teams better players or kids better players. Well, maybe if we use our kids who are born and bred and not buy in foreign players for the Premier League and all that, because the kids have got no chance, have they? This is where we've got good kids out there and the development is coming along. And I stand there week in, week out, day in, day out, watching these kids play, and there's some crackers, and it makes you wonder where they all disappear to. You can't just turn around and tell me that those kids have never made it. You know, where do we all put them? Where do we put them? Why do these foreign players all seem to be the best players and we draft them all in? You know, kids, thousands and thousands upon thousands play in our leagues week in, week out. We all say what a player he is, what a team they are. Where did they go? Where did they all disappear to? You cannot tell me that those thousands of kids are not good enough. There's got to be a lot of good kids, and how many actually slip through the net? How many of those kids are just being fed up and haven't been sort of pushed enough, encouraged enough to carry on and play the game and knowing that they're going to be world beaters? It can happen. I'm sure it can happen. I should have been like a Pele, me. I really should. Didn't want to, chose down a different path. I think you all know where I'm coming from when it comes to kids football. I think we all need to work together and try and get our kids playing in the Premier League. It's okay, you're signing these academy contracts, but dear me, you don't hear about the majority then, do you? You don't, and we all know. It's no disrespect towards you coaches, because I think you coaches are doing an absolutely marvellous job. One or two of you have been honestly carrying them forward. You're letting the kids enjoy themselves, letting the kids play with encouragement, with positioning. I love that, because I've taught one or two ex-professional footballers, and that's the way they want kids being taught. They've been there, done it, wore the t-shirt. You can't change anything. You can't go back on different things. If you've got it, you've got it. And you could be a late developer as a child. Who knows? Who knows? It's all about getting behind these kids and supporting them. And also getting behind our tournament and our REFspect campaign, because that is what it's all about as well. Anyway, the tournament, note it down, 26th, 27th and possibly the 28th. That's the bank holiday Monday of August. This is the last weekend before all the kids go back into 23-24 season. The winter season's upon us and that's when new teams all come together, and hopefully, like our under-7s, we all get little kids smiling and enjoying the football. That's what it's all about. I love to see that. I love to see the kids enjoying it. And I'm sure the majority of parents do as well. We know the committees do. That's what they aim for, to make sure that the kids are enjoying their football without irate parents, spectators on the sidelines. The effing and blinding all the time, we need to knock that out. We don't want that in front of the kids. If you swear it's like smoking, go and find a corner, swear your head off and then come back without the kids hearing it. That's my honest opinion, if you could do that as well. Would it last? Doubt it very, very much. So there you go. When you see the show, the grassroots show, for the next couple of weeks now, you're going to have some recordings. We'll try and put recordings on which are the best bits. Just watch it again, give us a like, and we'll be back, I think, with the young commentators on the 30th of June, the last day of June, going into July. Wow. And then it comes to kids' summer holidays. I think the kids have been off tons of weeks this year. There's all kinds of days, bank holidays. I'm not used to it because I'm a support worker. We work right the way through, even if it's Christmas Day, Boxing Day, whatever it might be, New Year's Day, bank holidays, they've got us in. There's no break, there's no rest for us. 100%, I assure you. Anyway, whatever you are, whatever you're doing, please, when your next games come about, remember, respect the referee, keep up the good work, keep up the hard work, keep up the development of your children, and keep supporting them, get them to games. And if your sponsors like we've got, especially Aintree Sofas, I give them a massive mention, and One Call Taxis, brilliant. We'll have other sponsors to name very, very soon indeed when I come back. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy myself. Yeah, Cyprus, here I come, and I'll see you when I'm coming back. Thank you very, very much to all our wonderful supporters, and I hope you tune into our live shows when I return on the 30th of June with our young commentators. I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, and I'll see you when I'm on my return on the 30th. In the meantime, just watch our recordings and give it a like. Good night, God bless.